All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started today. As I want to let you know, my name is Ray. Last name is Reynolds. Oh my goodness, what I want to do is change the world. Can you help me do that for you? Can I change your world too? The ultimate goal is knowing how to play the game and win. I want to make you all millionaires. Is that okay? What if we just give you $1 million? Okay, what are you going to do with it? I'm going to hand you $1 million. What are you going to do? See, the bottom line is how you receive money matters. So let's begin by getting a tablet and a pen. Write everything down, no pictures, no recording. Bottom line, we write down today's date. We write down the end of the year. Every goal has to have a start date and a completion date. Every goal. Me is simple. I like the good things because as a kid I got used and abused and I thought that sucked. There's one of the front doors, one of the mansions at the time. 6 of them, by the way. One of the 3 yachts, one of the big buildings, and one of the Lamborghinis too. If I can do this, so can you. It's millionaire maker me. I want to change your life, but you know what? Some of you today, you might be a procrastinator. We can't put it off yesterday, today, till tomorrow too. We got to stop that. We got to remember time. Time, all right, I don't control it, neither do you, but we can't waste a second of the day. We never know when it's over. You see, the bottom line is, all right, we can't waste it because like me who died in 2009, that kind of sucked. Reality is basically I started my life in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. After I was born in that taxi, she threw me away. She didn't want me. The next family, simple. They dropped me off at Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30 in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon from the age of 3 to 9.5 years old. I learned to steal and beg off the pier, eat out of a trash can too. But I learned one thing because I learned to read at 2.5 years old. I wanted to get the money. All right, I brought $100,000 in, $1 million to $1 billion. You see, I learned one thing when I was listening to the grown-ups, especially Wednesday night. They had a poker game. And all these rich and famous people kept talking and going blah, blah, blah. One night, you know what they said? They actually said a corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down. I was 7.5. They told me I was weird. Guess what I got to do the next day? I went to the library and I asked the lady right there next to the Torrance Police Department, what do I do? She goes, this is a microfiche. Here's a book. Well, I read the book. I learned to read at 2.5 years old. It didn't give me the rules and tools I was looking for like you've been looking for in your life too. Bottom line is pretty simple. You got a choice to play. But again, that's up to you. You see, I went back to that library almost every day till I was 9.5 years old. I learned to connect the dots. If you got a corporation today, if you don't get a blueprint in life, the bottom line is you're just letting it sit there doing nothing. So the goal is simple. I sent away my money order at 9.5 years old because I wanted to win the battle. And what did I do? I got Helping Hand Industries back. And what did that do for me? I got $100,000 in the mail. Weird. I got named in the movie Dave. I went nationwide. I did my donut stores. I did my basic cleaning company and in my inventions too. My first car in the beginning was a Quintas Lamborghini. What did you get? Ultimate goal is pretty simple. Getting past go. Write it down. I'll show you the Lamborghini collection, the Duffys, the mansions. All right, how I broke the record and highest kick on the planet in 1981. Ultimate goal, pretty simple to do. From there, actually, the race boat in the backyard. Where you park yours, helicopter. How about the U-Dock? How about basically we get the yachts? How about we get some Ferraris too? See, if I can do this, so can you. The difference is you need to know how to play the game. July 4, 2009. Took out a group of people, got to die the next day. Someone had H1N1 pandemic 9. I got to die, but I got a second chance to come back and help you. You see, the bottom line is simple. The lack of knowledge is why people bring the pain home time after time again. So the bottom line, simple. All right, I'm going to teach you some things you should have known since you're 18 years old. First, we got to talk about your personal credit today. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. Our choices is credit repair. Sorry, federal law says it's against the law. They're not even allowed to collect money up front, and all they do is write letters, not mine, not late kind of thing. Ultimate goal, credit repair is a fraud. You got to rebuild it, by the way, because it's not broken. Now, getting to know me is not hard to do. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough years ago, security chief at TRW and Asperian too. Ultimate goal, I like to train you a little bit today. Can you write down Credit Services Act and write it down and Google it later today? All right, it'll give you that page I just showed you. And then it'll talk about the Credit Repair Organization Act. You see, the chance is, all right, you've been spending thousands, some didn't work. How about you and I build a relationship and build the dreams? Is that okay with you? You see, that information provided by the Federal Trade Commission, by the way. Ultimate goal, give me 90 days. Every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, you're stuck with me. I'll guarantee you to get to the $1 million dream. You got 4 ways to get to the $1 million status anyway. You can win the lottery. You can basically inherit the money or get a raise. Or you can literally let me rebuild your life. Ultimate goal. All right, millionaire maker. That's what they call me. Ultimate goal. There's only 1,000 steps and rules to play. Let's give you the first 25 today. Is that okay? First of all, you want to go to raisecredit.com, clickety-clack. Get the credit reports for free. That's step number 1. I put the report numbers in my credit system. It makes the score go up and away in about 90 working days. Now, my next question for you is, when you started this, when you got your first job, you were told to get an SSN just like I was. That's a Social Security card. Can you get it out of your personal wallet today, please? Let's read it. Let's understand. We were told in step number 2, to get a job, do not laminate, do not use for ID purposes, and the bottom line is on the back of the card it says it's property of such administration, not you. It's not even your card. Ultimate goal, in 90 working days, I can make anybody's score go up and away if you wanted to. From there, that's step number 3. Remember, 90 working days is an average case. No case goes past 180 days unless you mess up on you. Ultimate goal, between the ultimate dispute method, negotiation, legal action method 2, we're going to go after that credit and rebuild it for you. Ultimate goal, here's what I'm going to do. I took a picture of Credit Karma because it's free. You see, I turned this person's credit 157 points in 45 working days doing a rapid refresh. See, it blocks any of the bad stuff and it builds credit right away. And it rebuilds your credit, by the way, too. Here's an example of 487. Bad credit, I still get them credit, rebuild them some more too. 480, all right, to a 701 credit as well. Here's one late on their car payment to 571, still get $3,000 credit right away. Ultimate goal is pretty simple to do. Let's remember today, all right, what's going to happen. Rebuild your credit, wrap or rescore. All right, what I'm going to do is make the score go up and away. The office is going to sell for $9.98. I usually give you half price on a webinar with me because they're always live. So the bottom line, on Saturday, if you want to, I have 7 classes live. All right, and I broadcast up to 3 times a day live too. At 1 o'clock, it's education and analyzation. So the bottom line is pretty simple. Okay, if we do this right, you get to learn to play. What I'm going to do is make sure the case never goes past 180 days, and I'd like to give you a $1,000 cash card. Is that okay with you? Ultimate goal, what's going to happen next is I give you half price on a webinar, $4.99, and you still get the $1,000 card. On top of this, you're guaranteed a 750 score, and you get a money back guarantee. Ultimate goal, pretty simple. You see, reality is this. They're hacking credit bureaus, credit cards, and companies. I use what's called Zelle. Zelle is an instant way to transfer money. They can't hack it, and it's safe, and it protects you. So we use Zelle. Take a picture of the page, bank transfer deposit, Chase or B of A. Zelle away, $4.99, $1,000 card back to you. Ultimate goal, the next thing you got to do is get yourself off the national mailing list. Sorry, you added yourself to the national mailing list. That's how you get most of your junk mail and half the robocalls too. If you call the phone number 888-567-8688 and opt out for 5 years, called step number 4. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. My offer is very simple. Understand, plan the problem. What you got to do is plan the problem, no matter what I say or do. So the bottom line is someone probably knocked you down, got in your way, and took it away from you too. Now write down safety credit, please. These 2 cards are $50,000 apiece. Problem with personal credit, I can't write off the interest rate of the credit card. So what I want you to do today, because what you did is you jacked up the credit or card, you dropped your score, you got stuck, can't get any more. I want you to put a sticky in the back of your cards today. What's the limit? What's 25? What's 29%? I want the ability that you turn around today and make sure you don't jack it up ever again. Now write down line of defense. Now the bottom line is simple. In your city today, a bank or a grocery store, they've been shutting down locations before pandemic, shutting them down, bankrupting, writing off on their taxes and getting tax credit. The reality is you, all right, need to put the sticky behind the cards and write down never to bring the pain home again and learn how to play the game. Step number 5. Ultimate goal, you lose your job, have an emergency, what do? Sorry to say, you're going to run out of time, run out of money, and jack up your credit 42 days. And that's what everybody seems to do. It's the wrong thing to do in the first place. So today, repackaging you, your house, your car, your bank account. That's what I would like to do. When I built credit for my cat years ago to prove my point, because cats have 9 lives, and as of today, so could you, how to finance anything by using plastic. It's right in front of there. I'm all over that issue too. We write off the interest rate, the credit card, the line of credit, finance the business. It writes it all off. And if a division screwed up like a banker, grocery store or bank do, we just gotta write that off too. You ever notice that basically you never had to bring the pain home again? You never had to bring it in the first place, by the way. So our goal is pretty simple. All right, if you needed $5,000 today, now, what are you gonna do? Ask your friends and family. And the bank, they're all gonna say no anyway. So the bottom line is this. This payment is $50 a month if I max out the card to solve a problem today, when the average person wastes $50 every other day. The next thing they say the average person does is waste $140 a week. That's literally $600 a month. If I max out one of these cards today, all right, that gives you basically what? 6, 12, 26 is a payment. Isn't that the same thing they've been wasting every month? I'll bet you that's the ability to go get 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-thru. You can stop wasting money. You never had to bring the pain home in the first place, but that's up to you. That's step number 6, by the way. Ultimate goal, what are we going to do next is reach out our goals. Every goal should be reached. You got to believe in yourself. It's like when I believe in me. I believe in God first, and I believe in me. When I broke that record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, I just wanted to prove why men do jump and stupid people say we don't. So today, remember, God gave us a gift and a dream. See it, believe it, go get it. And go back to your SSN. Why did we get an SSN? We were told this to get a job. We got to basically wait for that first paycheck, going to be this big. All of a sudden, we got our check, we balanced our bills, we're going to pay these bills too. And all of a sudden, the check was like, what? What can I say? They got their cut before you got the leftover. IRS. All right, public record. You see, you got a choice. It's very simple. All right, it's got the SSN, all right, to get tax till we're dead, and then probate too, and you filed your first 1040 tax return. It's basically meaning quack, 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 quack. It's a Doug. See, we only get one SSN, one chance to win. And that's not fair to us, you and me. So we're going to teach you to play today, and going to write some things down too. Ultimate goal, we got an SSN for another reason too, because we are the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. When Nixon took the gold standard out, they've been printing money 24/7. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. So let's write down raise rules now, and let's write down 100,000. Because if you use 29%, that gives you $71,000 of safety credit. So that way no one can ever bring the pain home. Lose your job, got an emergency, got a pandemic, you got safety credit to feed your family up to 2 years. Please don't basically bring the pain home and quit using the wrong money in the first place. We're going to teach you how to play the game. Raise rules today. That's step number 7, by the way. Ultimate goal, we all got a sad story to tell. My first coma, 5.5 years old. Last one, 2009. This one I got to die, but I got to come back and help you. There's my yacht, my race boat, my U-Dock, Huntington Harbor. Check out the address. Google it, please. There I was dead. They're asking my wife if I was a donor, but God gave me a second chance to come back before they ripped out my heart that day. So the bottom line is H1N1 kills me and I got to come back. So the next thing is very simple. 5 weeks with an oxygen tank. All right, pretty simple. An 820 credit score. Build $1 million credit card again. I want you to understand something. I wanted you to ask a question. How are you going to get to millionaire status? You got 4 ways. It's simple. Win the lottery, inherit the money, get a raise, or let me rebuild you. We can have fun. But again, that's up to you too. Ultimate goal, I got 5 closet divisions. Can you write that down, please? 5 closet divisions. You fight through the pain. You don't have to worry about the closet division. You get out another one too. Rich and famous people do it every day. Grocery stores, banks, and cities. You can play that game since day one. God's delays are not God's denials. Ultimate goal is simple. We're going to go get the money, and that's what we're going to do. Step number 8. See, what if I wrote you a check today for $1 million? What are you going to do? The decision you make will be right or wrong. 50% chance you screwed up, 50% you screwed up anyway. Because most people, like men who have money, they piss it away. If you put that in your personal bank account, you keep $375. The rest goes to the IRS, and you pay tax on the interest you just earned too. If you put it in a corporation, you absorb all the money. And you don't pay any tax until after you pay all the bills and get a little paycheck. And you could even do a division of you just in case a check was written to you too. No more excuses. You see, corporations have pension plans, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance policy, company cars, and more. SS4 is the opportunity to win the dream. Remember, I want you winning the battle today. Thomas didn't listen to me. What did he do? He won Survivor the first show, almost died twice on the show. All right, I can teach him how to leverage that to $15 million, but he didn't want to do that. He pissed it all away, went to prison for 3.5 years, 10 years of probation too. See, you got to learn to play. Grocery stores and banks, and even Sam's Club, and shutting down locations for years, write off on their taxes, take under the laws, and get a tax credit. Bottom line today, all right, they're using branch number, tax ID divisions, and subsidiaries. Me, I want you to use the tax ID and division in the beginning, because eventually they become subsidiaries too. Ultimate goal, step number 9. I want you to understand, when you heard the word bankruptcy for cities, most people sat there and didn't do anything. I went to the court building the next day. I want to know how they play that game too. United States of America Incorporated. States are corporations, cities are corporations. Right in front of you, they're doing the line of defense. They created Chapter 9 bankruptcy just in case something went wrong too. You got a bad day, you don't have to bring the pain home ever again, but that's up to you. It's kind of like Apple when they filed their bankruptcy in '97. They were done. But Mr. Bill Gates, who got indicted 4 times, being so smart, he wrote a check for $150 million. He saved their assets. Now they're worth trillions of dollars, and they never pay any tax at all. So you can play. Can you write down the word bankruptcy, please? Google bankruptcy. I want you to see where it says SSN, quack, 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 and an SS4. Corporation, division, subsidiary, more. The opportunity to win. Step number 10, by the way. So SSN equals 1040. Quack, quack, quack. Probate 2. SS4 equals 1120. Line 10 says banking and credit purposes. Now this is the IRS's rules. It's simple. IRS public record. You have to get one of these to get a job, but you're allowed to get as many of these as you want to. You want to play? Or you want to be a quack, quack all day? That's going to be up to you. Ultimate goal is simple. We get one SSN, one chance to try. And everybody screws it up. An SS4 is an opportunity to try and win. As long as we're trying, we're not dying. If we're not trying, we must be dead. I want you winning that battle starting today. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. All right, winning the lotto, inherit the money, or literally from there get a raise or let me rebuild you. That's what I really like to do for you too. Ultimate goal, what I heard at 7.5 years old. All right, I heard this, and it's not legal advice. It's chapter 18. Let's read it. A corporation is a legal person who may sue or be sued. You know, I wanted my blueprint, my rules, and my tools. Now, someone's going to ask you if you do the corporation situation, if you're a member of the BBB. Now, I always tell them, sorry, no. I'm not going to pay $615 for an A rating to a fraud company who's been indicted. BBB got busted. All right, I'm not going to be blackmailed like 10 other million companies will too. KBC, Walt Disney, even Wolfgang Puck. You see, they, of course, even said get out of the city. They were indicted in 2013 and changed their name to Business Alliance too. They're a fraud. Listen to 2020 and CNN. Don't listen to me. They just tell you the truth. But again, I got to incorporate over basically 2019 rich and famous people before profit and nonprofit. Ultimate goal, I set up a program for prisoners coming out of prison. Here's Freeway Ricky Ross after 20 years. I rebuilt his credit, got him a golden and platinum card, paid over time too. You see, you got the chance to play, just like Thomas, after 26 years in prison. 6 months, I rebuilt him. He got his dump truck business. Now he does millions of dollars a year. You got to beat your doubt, run your own race if you want to. All right, step number 11. Getting past go. Ultimate goal, God's gift. You see, I park my race boat and my yachts in my backyard. Where do you park yours? You see, the Lamborghini, the buildings too, the helicopter. See, it's all corporate goodies. It's like when I wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. I want to repackage America and you. So the bottom line is you got 12 books and CDs called the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Back then I sold it for $5,000. I do that today too. Ultimate goal is winning the battle. Those are the blueprint and the steps for you. And what happens next is we sell it, the office, in a package for $9.99. But today it's simple. You can get it through me on a webinar for half price of $4.99. You get your 1,000 rules and steps, 12 books and CDs. You get to play with me. But remember, it's always a Zell. I'm the recipient, and it's always Ray at racecredit.com. You see, today, would you please protect your ass? All right, and quit bringing the pain home. You wrote a check. You traded your driver's license. Could you please change your driver's license to a P.O. box or mailing address, please? See, I don't want you to bring the pain home again. I want you using Ray's rules. Never bring the pain home, and look up the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. Ultimate goal is simple. Step 12. You see, today, when I set up divisions for multiple functions in 86, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, all right, separate pieces, and cash credit per division, because each division is a legal person. That means if I get $1 million card for you, up to that too. And what do you get to do? Write it all off as you grow the business. But if you like 9 sister cards, let me know. We'll get one for every division. And a piece of property. And a franchise too. If one screws up, don't we have 8 left to go? Isn't this a business and a numbers game too? Then we go get another one too? So rich and famous people do it every day. All right, grocery stores and banks and cities do it too. I even wrote buckets of money, tax balance, and become the bank. Ultimate goal is to play the game. Now, here's what we get to do. Talk about your car. Your car. Today, remember when you bought that car? What did you do? It's simple. You let them sweat you for hours on end, lose 5 and 9 inquiries and $5,000 too. They handed you the piece of paper and said, we need you to fill it out where you create it. And what did you do? You filled that and went, bah, 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 I'm a sheep. But Ray's rules are simple. When you fill it out and sign it, next to it from now on, you put it allows 1 inquiry only. And you take a picture. That's what I want you to do. Is that okay? You see, that's step number 13. And by the way, that car should have been registered to division and not you. You see, today, fleet price tax ID division doesn't show up on credit reports. And it's a corporate write-off too. You see, when you have a car registered, you can try to write it off. Good luck with that. You argue with your CPA too. Now, if you got a repossession today, good luck with that, because it's simple. They're going to give you a 1099-C by the IRS. But again, what can I say? Today, you drive the car to the bank, grocery store, a little bumpity bump. The person says, ah! They got to put on a show. Why? Because they got to get their lawsuit. Then they're going to say driver's license, insurance, registration. And then they're going to call one of those bloody attorneys on TV. You know, one of those 44, I'm number one. You see, they're going to try to sue you. And they're probably going to try to take everything you got. The registered owner could be a division and not you. Maybe you want to make sure they get diddly squat. Why not? That's step 14. Now, the bottom line is this. We can get an SSN or SS4. I like SS4s for the divisions and tax IDs and write it all off too. Now, I teach you how to buy the cars at fleet price in the goal setting class every Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Ultimate goal. When I had my 17 houses years ago, all right, and we're talking when I was 17 and a half, by the way. All right, you see, they kept telling me I couldn't get number 18. I just transferred into the divisions. I got it off my credit report, separate the liability too, had some fun. Your paycheck should be a break even. By the way, corporations never pay tax until they make a profit. So if you brought in 10 billion like Amazon or a trillion, you pay no damn tax too if you want to. See, you pay more tax than they do. Congratulations. Don't say loophole. There's no such thing. They're just doing what they're allowed to. So the bottom line is simple. They pay property tax, gallon of gas tax too. So what do we get to do? They got their own spaceships, 3 of them, because they got so much money they don't know what the hell to do with it. They're going to have fun. But again, what are they doing? Exactly what they're allowed to by the IRS. The Internal Revenue Service says corporations do not pay tax, so they make a profit. You could complain or you can join the club. From there, it's simple. Winning the battle. You see, I want you to remember, borrow money is not taxable, but for you, let's not create debt on you, because that's no fun. There's only one of you. How about a 1.2 billion? We don't pay any damn tax on a corporate structure like they did. So if I loaned you some money, what would you do? Why don't we just take it off of a credit card, $50,000? We can write off the interest if there's any. There's no interest for 18 months anyway. So what do we get to do? Pretty simple. You loan 5 people $10,000. Second on their house, homestead block, or UCC1. What do we get to do now? They get to pay me every month, the corporation. Now that's positive cash flow of $24.49. Would you like 5,000 or 10,000? See, you can create as much cash flow as you want with about 7 weeks, and basically replace your income or add to it. And when I wrote Cash Flow Free for Time 40 years ago in my book, it's pretty simple to do. So Mr. Buffett and his father, they used borrowed money to buy all the businesses because it's not taxable, and transfer them from stock too. So they get them all free. Even ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, See's Candy, Bridge Druids, Fruit of the Loom. If you want to learn to play the game, just let me know. You see, the bottom line is simple. Saturday, I'm going to have 7 classes live, having fun with people like you. You've got to have fun. The last class at the end of the day is divisions for subdivisions and subsidiaries and replacement of you. But again, today, you can basically, if all you want from me, very simple, is to turn around and get a 750 score. Okay, I'll do a rapid refresh. I'll block some crap. I'll build you up again and again, and the office charges $9.98. I tend to give you half price on a webinar. 1 o'clock is analyzation education. From there, no case goes past 180 days. So you have a choice, and you get $1 million. No, I'm trying to see if you're listening. You get a $1,000 cash card, and I charge you $4.99 as long as you Zelle during the webinar. You guarantee a 750 score. That's step number 15. It's called Zelle, bank transfer deposit. Ultimate goal, Saturday and Wednesdays, 10 a.m. I do a class on corporate setup. I'm doing it for you anyway, but I want you to name it, what state, what venue you want to pick too. Then put you in level 1, how to set up your divisions and wholesale price. So the bottom line is simple. You can go Wednesday or Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to either one or both. Ultimate goal is up to you too. So again, what we get to do is play. If you don't have a corporation, let me know. Alright, I'll get you one, or I'll build the one you got. Here's a starter package for the beginners for Millionaire. Rebuild the credit, rapid rescore. Alright, articles, oscillate, tax ID, set up a level 1. I'm going to hand you $10,000 of cash credit back to you. Office sells it for about $2,000. I give you half price on a webinar of $9.99. And you get 10 times the credit back to you. Ultimate goal, if you want $25,000 of credit, it's called the Millionaires in the Making, same as the previous goodies, but you get $25,000 of cash credit. And instead of having to pay $5,000 on a webinar, you get it for $2,499. 10 times credit back to you too. Ultimate goal, Zelle, bank transfer deposit. See, the bottom line is you should run your life through a corporation or in conjunction, but you got to do what you want. That's step number 16. Ultimate goal today, pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Debt offsets taxes on corporation. You get a paycheck today. It's tax, you get the leftover. Then you pay the car payment, gas, registration, insurance. You could be saying no right away if you wanted to. But that's up to you. Ultimate goal, step number 17. So today, please go down and get an SS4 form. I'll show you how to Google it and download the form right away. Find out I'm factually verifiable. It'll equal 1120. It'll say right on the form, banking and credit purposes. So we can get one for every division too. So this is basically the IRS public record. Step 18 is go to irs.gov, download the SS4 form. Unless you still want to be a duck, quack, 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 quack. That's up to you. Now, bottom line today, I want you to understand, I love the United States of America. But every game I ever play, I want to master it and I always want to win. They set up 50 corporations called states. States set up cities, corporations too. Right in front of you, they're doing the line of defense. And they planned the problem, not like you. They got their line of defense, but you don't have yours either. See, they basically file a Chapter 9 bankruptcy on a city, wipe out the debt, stay in business. They invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy just in case blank hit the fan too. You are we the people, by the way. All right, down the line, it's up to you. Nixon took the gold standard out. Immediately, they were mandated at every hospital that every woman who delivers a baby within 3 hours or less literally has to sign an SSN form. That way the baby can go out of the door and go home in the stroller too. If you don't sign the form, they won't release mama or the baby. Now online, you're going to see some websites, all right, that literally turn around and say you don't have to guarantee. I'm sorry, that's called BS. Cash credit, lines of credit, credit cards, all right, supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards. You've got to be a qualified CFO. That's just the truth. Now, do not use the trade line stuff because that will get you in trouble. Look at the Fair Lending Act. I want to visit in prison. So today, corporate credit is a write-off. All right, interest rate line of credit, division screws up, write that off too. Everything to gain and nothing to lose. You see, you got a choice today. All right, I want to make you a millionaire. So today, let's win the battle. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. When you bought your house, I pray you use raised rules. Escrow, close, homestead, put it in a trust. You see, if they sue you today, they're going to take it away. If you die, it's stuck in your probate. Your family got diddly squat. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. When you fix up a property, you hire the contractor that hires the subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. If they slip and fall and cut corners and sue you, do they not take everything you got? So the bottom line is simple. Why don't you just quickly deed to a division? It's up to you. How about assignment of equity? So let's do this. Let's see if we can make sure they get diddly squat. Ultimate goal, I want to make sure you think about an irrevocable trust, but pick what you want. It's up to you. So that's step number 19. So today, if you're playing peekaboo with the IRS, knock it off because the corporations don't pay tax anyway. If you messed up in the past, irs.gov, 656, 433 A and B. Get all that free money. Get your butt back in the system today. Step number 20. Ultimate goal, not hard to do. See, I don't want to put money in a piece of property. I set up my divisions so I can buy at 70% discount and not pay a bill for 30, 60, and 90 days anyway. So after escrow closes, it pays off the debt. Now I got $20,000 to $200,000 left over. Now what do? Most men piss it away. We're not going to do that today. Raise rules, leverage money, all right, borrow money is not taxable. Set up the line of defense. Step number 21, called blackjack. You see, we have the chance to change our lives right away. Borrow money is not taxable. So remember today, please, winning that battle. My office was this, 22,000 square feet Irvine Spectrum. Having fun with the banks almost every day because they always like people got money and they go, When you don't have a pot to, you know what, and they don't know your name. Bottom line is, banks borrow from the feds times 10 and loan back 5 to you. If you pay attention and leverage that money into raised rules, you would have leveraged it up to $3 million to borrow money. Bottom line is, you could have bought a McDonald's too. Ultimate goal, your corporation should be a management company. Set up the line of defense and have the divisions be the ducks. So you got a choice today. Let's understand, rich and famous people do this every day. Wells Fargo Bank, Chase Bank, W of A, grocery stores, cities. Once you write down the 3-step, disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save a piece. I'm going to bankrupt if I have to, but I'm not bringing the pain home. I never had to. So let's do this, please. Divisions, tax IDs. Then we'll turn them into subsidiaries eventually, too. Ultimate goal, step 22. What are you willing to lose? You brought the pain home, right? In the past, they can pierce the veils of a corporation. Divisions are cheap. I don't want anything to go wrong. I want world peace too. But if a division screws up, I'm going to get another one too. You see, everybody wants to get and be a winner. That's called checkmate, by the way. Ultimate goal, step 23. So here's a Lamborghini in the building, say the Reynolds University. Reach the dream, think and be the impossible. Raise rules. Ultimate goal, simple. I make millionaires. Would you like to be next? Your choice is the 14th Amendment. All right, turn corporations into people. The Reynolds University had fun helping people with that too. So we got the United States of America Incorporated, 50 states corporations, wow, cities too, corporations. I'll bet you you're past due and set up your line of defense for you. Ultimate goal, simple. Let's get winning that battle today, please. You see, you got a choice today. Never have joint credit. Buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, put it in trust. Let's raise rules. Corporation, always have up to $1 million credit. You can write it all off too and have some fun. Next from there, corporations, divisions for every piece of property. Franchise, current business. Always setting up the line of defense and always using raise rules. Step 24. So today, your last and final chance to play with me direct by selling for bonuses. Bottom line is simple. Office is $9.98. No case goes past 180 days. Class on Saturday if you want to go and learn more. It's simple. It's called education analyzation. You're given $1,000 Visa cash card. You're getting $4.99 half price during the webinar. And all you got to do is remember you get a guarantee of $750 and you Zelle, bank transfer deposit. Ultimate goal, starter package for a millionaire. Rebuild the credit, rapid rescore, articles, lossless, tax ID, setup, level 1. $10,000 of cash credit back to you. Ultimate goal, simple. The office wants $2,000. I got to pay them a commission. I do it. It's $9.99. All right, during the webinar. And you get 10 times money back to you. Now, if you want $25,000 of credit, okay. Then you do the Millionaires in the Making program. Simple to do. So what happens is you get $25,000 of credit. The office sells it for $5,000. I discount it for $2,499. It's called Zelle, bank transfer deposit. You see, today, we got to do our best. All right? And, stay safe and strong. We got to do our best while Jesus does the rest. Amen to that, too. Ultimate goal, final step is 25 to Zelle, now. Or you can call 800-510-3338. That's 800-510-3338. Let's do our best all through the day. Let's let God do the rest and never forget, God loves us all.